Welcome into another Thursday night. Tonight, although, is not Once Upon a Turkey Leg. Tonight is the first in a 4-stream series called May the Turkey Legs Be With You. So welcome, my galactic friends. Today is May the 4th. So May the 4th be with you. And so welcome into this special series of streams. I did this last year under a different name. It was called May the Month Be With You. And I've just tweaked the title for this year, but it's still going to be reading through some little golden books, Star Wars little golden books. We'll start with this in just a minute, but I wanted to bring up a Star Wars related, Disney related piece of merch that just came out in Walt Disney World Resort. It was out in Disneyland, but today it was available for everyone visiting the Walt Disney World Resort. I completely lost the news article. Let me get to reading that really quickly because I'm reading 3 stories tonight. Usually on Once Upon a Turkey Leg, I read 2 stories, but I'm reading 3 stories tonight, and that's going to take a little longer. But let me just share this. This is, here's the article. New Jedi and Sith illuminated lightsaber umbrellas available at Walt Disney World. So just in time for May the 4th celebrations, new illuminated lightsaber umbrellas have arrived at Walt Disney World Resort. The lightsaber umbrellas were first released at Disneyland Resort last month, and today they were found, and this is on WDW News Today, they were found in the Keystone Clothiers in Disney's Hollywood studio. Hey Tina, well hopefully these galactic stories help make you feel better, and hello to Chuck as well. So yeah, there were these 2 lightsaber umbrellas that just came out, and so one lightsaber is for the light side and one is for the dark side. So the light side umbrella resembles Anakin's blue lightsaber. The handle is shaped like the lightsaber's hilt and comes complete with the red button. And the pull is the blade, which lights up. And then the black umbrella reads, use the force in blue on one panel. So here is this umbrella, the Anakin, and you can kind of see the blade there. It doesn't come through on the stream, but it lights up. The pole that's the lights up. The other panel, or another panel, is blue with a white version of the Rebel Alliance logo right there. That's the Rebel Alliance logo. Now, the dark side lightsaber umbrella is a Sith-inspired umbrella and has a handle resembling Darth Vader's lightsaber hilt. Actually, I don't think, did I see a picture? Here is a picture of that. The hilt. Darth Vader's. So the red panel showcases the Empire's logo in black. Right here. The Empire's logo right there. And a red panel showcases the, another panel reads, "Join the dark side," in red lettering right there. And the blade lights up red as the, the blade of the lightsaber. So at the end of the article, they ask, will you be protecting yourself from the rain with one of these lightsaber umbrellas? Now, let's mention the price, because that affects whether or not I would buy these. So either of these are $69.99, $70 just for one. So there's my problem, as with a lot of things at Disney, is that it's just overpriced. It's just way overpriced. And it would need to be at least half of that, probably less, for me to consider buying one of those. But it's a cool concept. If they could, slice that price in half, would be much better. So it's time to visit the galaxy far, far away with our first story tonight, Star Wars: A New Hope. If I can get it open. Okay, so this is adapted by Jeff Smith, or Geoff, I think it's Jeff Smith, illustrated by Caleb Murrer and Mickey Rose. A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, a terrible war rages as the Rebel Alliance struggles to defeat the evil Galactic Empire. Led by brave Princess Leia, a small team of rebels has just stolen secret plans for the Empire's ultimate weapon. The Death Star is a space station so powerful it can vaporize planets. But as the rebels try to escape, an Imperial Star Destroyer captures them. Princess Leia hides the plans and a secret message in a small droid named R2-D2. As R2-D2 and his friend C-3PO flee in an escape pod, a menacing figure cloaked in black invades the rebel ship. It is the evil Imperial commander, Darth Vader. He wants the Death Star plans back. He orders his stormtroopers to capture the princess. R2-D2 and C-3PO land on the desert planet Tatooine. They are captured by tiny scavengers called Jawas. The droids are quickly sold to a farmer and his young nephew, Luke Skywalker. An orphan, Luke dreams of leaving his desert home and traveling into space on exciting adventures. As Luke cleans R2-D2, he accidentally unlocks part of Princess Leia's message. "Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope." Luke wonders if she means the old hermit, Ben Kenobi, who lives far off in the desert. That night, R2-D2 runs away to deliver his message. At dawn, Luke and C-3PO race off in a land speeder to find R2-D2. When they finally reach the little droid, vicious sand people attack. Luckily, a mysterious cloaked man comes to the rescue. It is Ben Kenobi. There they are in the land speeder, the sand people, and Ben Kenobi. In Ben's hut, R2-D2 plays Princess Leia's full message. The princess asks Obi-Wan to travel to her planet, Alderaan, and help the rebels defeat the evil Empire. Luke is amazed to learn that old Ben was once Obi-Wan Kenobi, a great Jedi Knight, skilled in the ways of the Force. The Force is an energy field that gives the Jedi Knight his power. It binds the galaxy together, Obi-Wan explains. Obi-Wan then reveals that Luke's father was a Jedi Knight until Darth Vader destroyed him. Darth had been a student of Kenobi's until he turned to the dark side of the Force. Obi-Wan gives Luke a gift, his father's lightsaber, a powerful laser sword. "I want to learn the ways of the Force and become a Jedi, just like my father," Luke says. Luke, Obi-Wan, and the droids go to Mos Eisley spaceport to find a spaceship to take them to Alderaan. They look for a pilot in a cantina crowded with strange and dangerous aliens. Obi-Wan hires Han Solo and his Wookiee co-pilot, Chewbacca. Their ship, the Millennium Falcon, is fast enough to outrun Imperial Star Destroyers. It will be a dangerous trip, but Han needs the money to pay a debt to Jabba the Hutt, a powerful crime lord. Luke and his friends climb aboard the Millennium Falcon and blast off. Imperial TIE fighters chase them, but Han quickly engages the ship's hyperdrive. Soon the Falcon is traveling at the speed of light. The heroes race across the galaxy only to discover that Alderaan is gone, destroyed by the Death Star. Suddenly, the giant space station pulls them in with a powerful tractor beam. Trapped on the Death Star, Luke and his friends hide from the Imperial forces. Obi-Wan sets off to deactivate the tractor beam so they can escape. R2-D2 plugs into a computer and makes an incredible discovery. Princess Leia is being held prisoner on the Death Star. Disguised as stormtroopers, Luke and Han handcuff Chewbacca and pretend he is a visitor. They enter the detention center and take the guards by surprise. Luke quickly finds Princess Leia and opens her cell. "I'm here to rescue you," Luke says, taking off his helmet. The stormtroopers corner Luke and his friends. Thinking fast, Leia grabs a blaster and blows open a garbage chute. The heroes the heroes dive in and land in a giant trash compactor filled with stinky junk and a garbage monster. Crunch! The walls begin to close in, getting closer and closer and closer. Things look grim. Then Luke uses his communicator to contact C-3PO and R2-D2. At the last second, the droids are able to turn off the compactor and unlock a door. After turning off the tractor beam, Obi-Wan confronts his old enemy, Darth Vader. They ignite their lightsabers, and the duel begins. As Luke runs to the Millennium Falcon, he sees the battle just as Vader strikes down Obi-Wan. The old man vanishes, and his cloak falls to the floor. "No!" cries Luke. The heroes race aboard the Millennium Falcon and take off. Imperial TIE fighters try to shoot them down, but Han and Luke climb into the Falcon's gun bays and blast the TIE fighters to bits. Soon the heroes are zooming across the galaxy to deliver the secret Death Star plans to the rebels. At their base, the rebels review the Death Star plans and find a weakness. One perfect shot in a small vent could destroy the entire station. Han tells Luke that he doesn't want to help with the mission, Instead, the pilot is returning to Tatooine to pay his debt to Jabba the Hutt. X-Wings attack the Death Star as it approaches and prepares to destroy the rebel base. Waves of screaming TIE fighters defend the station. The rebel pilots fight bravely, but no one makes the perfect shot. Finally, it is Luke's turn. He flies his X-Wing down a narrow trench toward the vent. Suddenly, Darth Vader appears in a TIE fighter. Darth Vader is about to destroy Luke's X-Wing when something blasts his TIE fighter. It's the Millennium Falcon zooming in to the rescue. "You're all clear, kid," shouts Han. "Now let's blow this thing and go home." As Darth Vader's damaged fighter spirals into space, Luke hears Obi-Wan's voice. "Use the Force." Luke turns off his targeting computer, closes his eyes, and fires. The shot is perfect. The Death Star explodes. Luke Skywalker and his friends are heroes. Princess Leia gives them medals and the rebels cheer. Their fight with Darth Vader and the Empire is far from over, but they know that the Force will be with them always. And that, my friends, is the end of Star Wars: A New Hope. Let's go ahead and move on to story number 2 tonight. Of course, is the next story in the adventures. This is Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back. So, The Empire Strikes Back has been this edition of The Empire Strikes Back was adapted also by Jeff Smith and illustrated by Chris Kennett. A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, it is a dangerous time for the Rebel Alliance. After destroying the Death Star, they are on the run from the evil Imperial forces. Princess Leia has led the rebels to a secret base on Hoth, a snowy ice planet. Luke Skywalker rides on his Tauntaun across the frozen wasteland, on the lookout for bad guys. An angry snow creature called a Wampa attacks. Luke fights the beast with his lightsaber. Roar! As he escapes, Luke has a vision of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Obi-Wan tells him to go to the planet Dagobah and find a great Jedi Master named Yoda. Not far from the base, Han Solo and Chewbacca spot an Imperial probe droid hunting for the rebels. Boom! Han shoots the droid with his blaster. The droid is destroyed. but Han knows it has signaled the Empire with the location of their hideout. The Imperial forces have found the rebel base. Thump, thump, thump. Their giant AT-AT walkers march across the snow. Zoom! Rebel snow fighters fighting the hulking machines. Oh wait, rebel speeders fight the hulking machines. Lasers have no effect, but Luke trips an AT-AT with his speeder's tow cable. Han Solo, Princess Leia, Chewbacca, and C-3PO race to the Millennium Falcon, but the ship won't start. Would it help if I got out and pushed? Leia asks. Luckily, the Falcon zooms away just as Darth Vader and his stormtroopers overrun the base. Luke and R2-D2 escape too. They set off for the planet Dagobah and crash land in a swamp. Luke finds Yoda and asks the powerful Jedi Master to train him in the ways of the Force. Luke's training is difficult. He runs and jumps and swings on vines, all with Yoda on his back. Suddenly, Luke's X-Wing fighter begins sinking into the swamp. He tries to raise it with the power of the Force, but can't. It's too big. Yoda is disappointed. The little green Jedi Master closes his eyes, points his claw, and raises Luke's X-Wing using the Force. Size matters not, Yoda says. Meanwhile, the Millennium Falcon is being chased by Imperial Star Troopers. Han Solo has a plan to escape. He flies into an asteroid field. They'd be crazy to follow us, Han says. The giant Imperial Star Destroyers can't follow the Millennium Falcon, but smaller TIE fighters can. They swoop and swerve and finally crash into the flying rocks. The Falcon hides in an asteroid. Strange creatures attack the ship. The Millennium Falcon escapes before it is eaten by a giant space slug. Determined to catch the rebels, Darth Vader hires bounty hunters to find them. The bounty hunters are a cruel and dangerous bunch. The most dreaded hunter is the ruthless Boba Fett. Han Solo flies the Millennium Falcon to the Cloud City of Bespin. He hopes his old friend Lando Calrissian can help them. Han doesn't know that they are being followed by Boba Fett. Lando gives Han and his friends a warm welcome. But something isn't right. Darth Vader and Boba Fett are waiting for them. Across the galaxy on Dagobah, Luke feels a disturbance in the Force. He knows Han Solo and Princess Leia are in trouble. Yoda tells Luke that he's not ready to face Darth Vader alone. But Luke knows he must help his friends. Back on Bespin, Han Solo is frozen in carbonite. Whoosh! Boba Fett claims his prize as Darth Vader sets a trap for Luke Skywalker. Luke arrives on Bespin and faces Darth Vader. Zoop! Flash! Their lightsabers sizzle as the battle begins. The Dark Lord wants Luke to join the Empire and the dark side of the Force. Never! Luke cries. Before defeating the young Jedi, Darth Vader reveals a terrible secret. Luke, I am your father. He announces, join me and together we can rule the galaxy. No! Shouts Luke. He leaps into a deep tunnel and falls down, 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 and out of Bespin. Luke clings to a weather vane underneath Bespin. He uses the Force to call to Princess Leia for help. Meanwhile, Lando helps Leia, Chewbacca, and the droids make a daring escape on the Millennium Falcon. They quickly save Luke and flee the Cloud City. Luke and his friends rejoin the rebels. They are safe for now, but they know they must save Han Solo from Boba Fett and defeat the evil Darth Vader. And that is the end of our second story tonight. The Empire Strikes Back. Hope you have enjoyed these stories tonight. Before I head on to the third and final story on tonight's May the Turkey Legs Be With You, go ahead and give the stream, the video, a like, pop the like button, And if you're watching and you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do that or consider doing that. And if you're on the team replay, watching the replay of this, let me know in the comments what you thought and which of these 3 stories tonight is your favorite. And now we move on to the next adventure with our friends in that galaxy far, far away. This is Return of the Jedi. This Return of the Jedi was adapted also by Jeff Smith and illustrated by Ron Cohey. A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, a great war rages between the evil Galactic Empire and the Rebel Alliance. The rebel hero, Han Solo, has been captured by the bounty hunter Boba Fett. Frozen in carbonite, Han is a trophy in the palace of the worm-like gangster Jabba the Hutt. Luke Skywalker, the Jedi Knight, has a rescue plan. He sends R2-D2 and C-3PO to Jabba's lair on Tatooine as gifts. Let me show you this picture again. Kind of a lot going on there, a lot of characters. A mysterious bounty hunter arrives to collect a reward for capturing Han's rookie co-pilot, Chewbacca. The bounty hunter is really Princess Leia. Under cover of night, she frees Han from his icy prison. Unfortunately, Jabba's Gamorrean guards quickly capture them. Soon after, Luke enters the palace and orders Jabba to release his friends. A trapdoor springs open. Jabba shakes with laughter as Luke falls into a dungeon. A mighty beast called a Rancor attacks. Luke crushes it with a giant gate. To punish Luke and his friends, Jabba will feed them to the Sarlacc, a sand monster. It will digest them for 1,000 years. But just before Luke is about to be eaten, he springs into action. R2-D2 tosses the Jedi his lightsaber. Throwing off his disguise, the rebel Lando Calrissian joins the fight. The heroes quickly defeat Jabba and his henchmen. Han knocks Boba Fett into the Sarlacc pit. Burp. Luke and his friends escape Jabba's barge as it explodes. Across the galaxy, Luke's father, Darth Vader, is about to set an evil plot in motion. Darth Vader is about to set an evil plot in motion. He is overseeing construction of a new Death Star, a battle station so powerful it will be able to destroy the rebels. A force shield generated on the nearby forest forest moon of Endor protects it. The evil or the Imperial Emperor tells Vader he wants Luke to join the Empire. Together we can turn him to the dark side of the Force. Luke flies his X-Wing fighter to Dagobah to finish his Jedi training with Yoda. The wise old Jedi Master tells Luke he must confront Darth Vader. Just before Yoda fades away and becomes one with the Force, he whispers, "There is another Skywalker." Suddenly, the ghost of Obi-Wan Kenobi, Luke's first Jedi Master, appears. He reveals that Princess Leia is really Luke's sister. Luke rejoins his friends on the Rebel convoy in space. The commander of the Rebel fleet, Admiral Akbar, has a plan to destroy the new Death Star. Lando will lead the space attack in the Millennium Falcon. Han, Luke, and Leia will lead a strike team to the moon of Endor to disable the Force shield. Soon Luke and his friends land on Endor to complete their mission. Scout troopers spot the rebels and race away on speeder bikes to warn the Empire. Luke and Leia hop onto a speeder bike and chase the scout troopers. The rebels zip through the trees and quickly catch up. Luke and Leia stop the Imperial scouts, but they become separated during the chase. Lost, Leia meets a small furry creature called an Ewok. His name is Wicket. Luke rejoins Han and the Rebel strike team. They are worried because Leia has not returned. But as the heroes set off to find the princess, they are trapped in a net. Whoosh! The rebels are captured by Ewoks. Luke and Han are happy to find Leia safe and sound at the Ewoks' village. The creatures bow before C-3PO. They think he is a golden god. He tells the Ewoks stories of the Rebel Alliance's heroic struggles against the Empire. The Ewoks release Luke and his friends and agree to fight the Imperial forces on their world. At the controls of the Millennium Falcon, Lando and his co-pilot, Nien Nunb, begin the rebel attack on the new Death Star. On Endor, Han's team and the Ewoks Prepare to destroy the shield generator. The stormtroopers aren't prepared for enemies as small as the Ewoks. The Ewoks' simple traps made from logs and rocks overwhelm the Imperial walkers. Han, Leia, and Chewbacca storm the bunker and disable the shield. Lando can now destroy the Death Star. Luke surrenders to Darth Vader. He thinks there is still good in his father. But Vader delivers Luke to the Emperor on the Death Star. The Emperor wants Luke to unleash his rage and join the dark side of the Force. He makes the young Jedi fight Darth Vader. Whoosh! Vader and Luke duel. Closh! Luke wins the battle, but refuses to finish off his father. If you will not be turned, you will be destroyed, the Emperor hisses. He shocks Luke with evil force lightning from his fingers. Darth Vader feels the good growing inside him. With the last of his strength, he rises up and heaves the Emperor into a deep reactor shaft. The Death Star is about to be destroyed. Luke wants to save his father. No, Vader whispers. You already have. Meanwhile, the battle rages in space. Evading lasers and zooming TIE fighters, Lando and Nien Nunb fly the Millennium Falcon deep into the Death Star. They destroy the main reactor, and the giant station begins to collapse. The rebels speed away as the Death Star explodes. The evil empire is defeated. There is a celebration from Tatooine, all the way to Endor. The Ewoks sing and dance, and Chewbacca roars, and R2-D2 beeps with joy. Luke is happy the galaxy is safe, and the Force is at peace once again. And that is the end of The Return of the Jedi. And that was our last story tonight, but not to worry. Next week, we will continue with our adventures in that galaxy far, far away. So once again, if you have enjoyed this stream, And if you are if you've enjoyed the stream, pop a like on the like button. And if you're watching on the replay, leave me a comment in the comments. Leave me a comment below, and I will reply to that as soon as I can. Thank you to everyone watching again on the replay, live in the chat. Tina, I hope you are feeling better very quickly. And again, come back next Thursday for Chapter 2 in May the Turkey Legs Be With You. Special series in our galaxy far, far away. Join me for my other live streams, weekly live streams. Sundays at 10 is Drumsticks After Dark, and we'll be continuing talking about Star Wars and celebrating, you know, the wonderful galaxy of what Star Wars is. And then also Tuesday, likely at noon, but it may change depending on my schedule. With that, have a gobble-tastic night, and may the Force be with you.